Hello. First of all, I would like to tell you that I'm absolutely appalled by the person in this video who is speaking to the audience. Not really sure what has come over these youth and the nastiness of what they produce as content or the way they behave, the way they speak, the way their personalities are just odd, strange, disconnected. It's like watching a mannequin or an animatronic and then having a conversation with an animatronic where they say that you're the problem. Very much like your legacy media. It's very disturbing to watch what you all produce as media, or what you would call a news actor or a news personality. I forget what Cuomo called himself, but he definitely didn't say that he was a journalist. See, a journalist, one that would be considered a real one, like Hunter Thompson, a real journalist, which you all don't like to bring up because he was very adamant about revolutionizing the industry, or the men and women who would go in the front lines and their lives were actually at risk. Now, these aren't those kinds of journalists. Now, these are news personalities who get a phone call that say, hey, Paris Hilton is going to come onto the show with Caitlyn Psychopath, and they're going to talk script to script about the bill that she's trying to get passed because she was abusive as a child, and they sent her off to a home because she was that fucking crazy, and then she blamed those people for all this stuff that never happened to her, but if any of it did happen, it's because she was the one that was abusive. She was out of control, like possessed by a demon, and they didn't know what else to do because she had so much money and no law and order, which is what we're watching in today's world of the results. So what kind of mental instability do you think is in her brain to be able to get pregnant and to hire a surrogate because she doesn't want to ruin her physique? And then lied to millions of people that she couldn't get pregnant, because there's a lot of women out there in Hollywood and celebrity that are paying big bucks to get other women to carry their kids because they're lazy and they're selfish and they don't actually really care about children. Now that's a story. But you wouldn't ever step on the toes of the money provider for your business, would you? So I guess the world is crumbling before our eyes, and you're disrespecting civilization in itself, and then hiring women like this in this particular video that disrespect Americans so that she can win on what she thinks is performing for TikTok. A communist company. Now, I wanted to remind everyone and let you all know that I assisted Donald Trump in winning the election of 2024. So I'm not really sure, while none of you have been interested in the conversation, why the content that I produced about Gary Vaynerchuk and Mona Van hasn't been in your radar at all. Not really sure why you wouldn't be interested in communicating with me about the goings on of what you've done to me. I'm not really sure why you wouldn't communicate to me based on what I've produced in accordance to other celebrities such as Kim Kardashian and what she's violently done to me, along with Paris Hilton. The fact that I run around and tell you that Phoenix is my child and so is London should set off a radar for you at least to get interested in what I have to say, because Hunter Thompson, a journalist, would at least investigate it. That is the whole point of this whole situation when it comes to you as news media. You do not operate like media at all. You chase down Charlie D'Amelio and get a script to abuse the audience instead of talking real, but then say that I'm a real person. I'm not biased, says Caitlyn. Well, clearly you are. Clearly you wanted to be a celebrity out of Hollywood, but you probably were already born into money, weren't you? Kind of like Luigi. It's what the modern day rich kid is going to turn into, because we have no law and order thanks to Joe Biden, thanks to Kamala Harris and her word salad, thanks to influencers of communism, thanks to the sickness of Lorenz, thank you to the sickness of all these CNN reporters, because they will do anything to be famous. They will do anything to bring attention into their homes, including their rich parents' homes, because of the revenge they have for being so rich and not getting the money that they said that they deserved. Understand that and you'll really understand what we're dealing with. Now let's bypass that and take a look at Kay and Tay, an aggravating autistic couple who literally demoralize and diminish humanity by acting like the giggle squad when it comes to raising a child, to show us what it looks like not to raise a child. Another opportunity for the journalists of your country. Yeah, because you do run your own country in the form of legacy media. Meaning you're not in this to win this, but you're in this to win this for you. So you have no background except for devil worshiping. You care about pornography, perversion, prostitution, and Kim Kardashian tits with Kendall Jenner oohing and eyeing over her because you really want to go to that Met Gala this year. Not really sure why you would be a news, what did he call it? A news personality, but I guess it would make sense when you're trying to be just like the Democrats of AOC, where you're a performer on stage like Ketanji Brown, instead of actually a person who's out to do right by people while hindering the processes of the Republican Party, such as Donald Trump, myself, JD Vance, Matt Gaetz, Peter, don't forget about, what's her name? Kash Patel, Tom, don't forget about Tom, and all the other men and women like Rubio, etc., who are literally trying to do right by the American citizens, but it's bad for your business to actually make people realize that they have to do hard work and effort, especially when Mona Van doesn't realize that she's fucking going to prison. Oh wait, no, she's getting executed. I told you if she does not get executed, then you will never see my fucking face. Do you fucking hear me? Do you fucking hear me, all of you? That is a fucking honest truth. Do you fucking hear me? Because we want actual justice, not some made up shit in your weak ass mind. No, these people do not stop. Do you fucking hear me? That's because they're possessed by some weird ass energy of entitlement, delusion, and it's worse because it's fueled by devil energy out of the Middle East culture called Persian. Ooh, that brings some luxurious feelings in your body, doesn't it? So while you've been sitting around getting praised and kudos for all your bullshit, I've been literally living in the fucking dirt my entire existence, fighting people like you, fighting CNN and CBS and all your dumbass ideas, taking a look at the actual reality of what truth is, to bring truth social to social justice versus this bullshit of pink code, which is, what about the civilians? What about them? Well, it's bad for business for Pink Code to realize that they're wrong. Well, I'm sorry, bitch, you're wrong. I choose America and Americans first, and that's anyone who is supportive of the American culture and says bye-bye to migrants, and anybody of legacy media like The View or anyone else like them, such as Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Don Lemon, and the list goes on and on. So you think I'm afraid of you, of being exposed for all my shit? No, I've been working on this shit for how many years now? As you've destroyed my fucking existence, where I literally just wanted to live a normal everyday life. But I was so educated and so talented that I fucking said, fuck all of you. And I said, I ain't gonna put up with this shit. And sure as hell ain't gonna let my kids like Rustin, like Ezekiel, like Ray Ray, and the rest of them, I sure as hell am not going to let these mother freaks and you fucking freaks of legacy media destroy the future for my children. Do you fucking hear me? You live in your fucking little la-la land of fancy-go-lucky and be kind and all that fucking bullshit. That's la-la land, you psycho bitch. Sorry that you can't have real conversations where you are clearly wrong in everything that you offer the world. But that's the reality of what it means to be an American and live by the right codes of living in existence of law, natural law, natural law, natural law, natural law, natural law. So you better wake up to the reality here, motherfuckers, because I don't give a shit whether this app leaves or not. What I will promise you is that my ass will go around every bend and every corner to ensure that each and every one of you know my fucking name.